Hello, Ian Sauer, Chairman of TasFarmers with your weekly wrap. Well, what a weird week in weather. Heavy rain around the Fingal Valley and down the south of the state, and nothing up in the north. Happening this week, look, we've got a new initiative coming in. You can see a bit of tech gear here. TasFarmers will be starting to do a podcast, and we've done one draft, and we'll do that every 2 or 3 weeks. So that's an opportunity for you to hear more in depth of some of the policy we're doing, hearing from policy staff in the organisation, which we think will be useful in getting our message across. So let's hope that works. Every few years, roadside verge issues come up. There was a few years ago, north of Epping Forestry, huge fire went down the road because the roadside verge was overgrown. State growth and councils have just got to get in there and start cleaning up these roadside verges. They're just like a wick with dry grass. Burns fences, which the farmers pay for, and livestock as well. The office were interacting this week with GHD, looking at the future value adding for agricultural product in Tasmania, which is really important. It's something that we have to move on with. Yes, we met with Minister Ellis yesterday, and it was his birthday, so happy birthday, Minister Ellis. Look, we spoke about firearms, forestry and rural training. The firearms issues, what we don't know is what we don't know at the moment, and we will keep you up to date with fast news and other things. However, we do have a feeling that like when the last buyback happened, that the Australian government should pay for that, and yet we still don't know what the government want to buy back. So again, as that information becomes available to us, we'll let you know. We spoke about forestry, the absolute importance of farm forestry and the private sector in there. They own enormous amounts of land with large tracts of forestry, and we want to see an innovative forestry sector that's based on things like selective logging, increasing biodiversity, sequestering more carbon, and using that timber not for wood chips but for high-value timbers like laminates as well. The focus for TasFarmers for this year is driven by 2 things. One's the strategic plan and the different pillars there, but also, more importantly, a membership survey. And it's an in-depth survey that members would remember filling out at the end of last year, and that allows us to put those issues under the pillars in the strategic plan. And the 3 top areas, there were more, but the first one was deer and wildlife management. Deer are exploding in numbers, so's wildlife. So that's one issue that we'll be concentrating on. GBE reform is the other one. There's got to be more done on GBE reform, making sure that we get some social benefit as well as economic. And the other is local government. The farming community with local government and rates are just exasperated. They feel as if local government's a protected species. There's no reform whatsoever. We've got farmers that are spending over $100,000 a year on rates, and they're not even getting their rubbish collected. So we'll keep pushing those on your behalf. Until next week, take care.